So Peggy, one of the biggest obstacles for those that are looking to buy their first home or enter the market is a down payment.
Always the problem.
Always the problem. So most people think it's impossible, but today we're going to talk about a few options that could help you buy your first home or re-enter the market. So let's start with RRSPS.
My favorite.
I love this program. It's called the Home Buyers Plan, and it allows you to withdraw from your RRSPs up to $35,000 to use towards the purchase of a home. Now it can be closing costs and down payment.
Right.
And the funds need to be in your RRSP for at least 90 days.
Right.
So there's a maneuver that I really like. I know you like it as well. So let's say I'm buying my first home, Peggy, and I have $35,000 in my checking account, but I know I'm going to buy a home within the next few months. What would you suggest I do?
Put in RSPs.
Right. Putting it into an RSP will trigger a tax refund. You can use that tax refund towards your down payment as well. And now the funds are in the RSP. Now they have to be there for 90 days, but that's probably not a problem because, most closing dates,
60 to 90 days.
And of course you could architect something if you knew somebody had to have it sit in there for 90 days, no big deal sort of
But
thing.
the key is you get the benefit and you get the money up front, and then you still got your RSP money sitting there for you. But
Right.
you got the tax
Yeah. Now you have
refund.
2 years after you buy
Right.
before you have to start to repay.
Okay.
And you have 15 years to pay it back.
Pay it back. So it's like buying a couch from Leon's. Don't pay a cent event.
That's right. And then you have 15 years to pay it back.
Right.
Which is great. So that's by far, that's my favorite. That's your favorite mechanism to, help with the down payment.
And what people don't realize is their situations change a lot in 5 years, 10 years,
Yeah.
15 years. Who knows what your situation will be like? You probably wouldn't even need a loan at that point.
Well, and what we see oftentimes as well, Peggy, is, when a mortgage comes up for renewal at the end of 5 years, some people will refinance using the higher value because of course, in most markets, real estate appreciates. So use the higher value, take some additional money, pay back that loan. Or when they sell and they move, they'll clear that loan as well.
Exactly.
Which is great. So let's talk about gifts. So I like to call it the bank of mom and dad. And I know you've seen this over and over and over again.
Seen it, done it.
Yeah, seen it, done it. You've helped your kids as well.
No t-shirt.
Yeah, so the key with a gifted down payment is it needs to come from an immediate family.
Right.
Now, it can't be an uncle, and it can't be a friend, and it can't be an employer.
Right.
So I know we've talked about this a lot. One of the most common questions that we get about gifted down payments is, can it come from my employer or can it come from my best friend? And the answer is no, unfortunately. Now, you can get a borrowed down payment, and that's separate. We're going to cover that next. But for a gifted down payment, the giftor has to sign a gift letter saying that it's a true gift and it's not to be repaid, basically. That's what certifies it as a gift. And again, it has to come from immediate family.
Yep.
Now, the last one that we wanted to cover was a borrowed down payment. And this one surprises a lot of people, right?
It's surprising me, right?
Because you can actually borrow your down payment from a line of credit, say an unsecured line of credit, and use that towards your down payment.
And how long does that have to sit?
So as long as we can show that it's coming from a line of credit, then it can be immediate. It can be like a few days before closing sort of thing. But here's the caveat, is that the monthly payments on the line of credit need to be factored in to the overall debt servicing. So we have to
max out your credit cards and expect to be able to qualify for more.
Because then you'd have to qualify for both payments, right? Now, for those watching, let's say the down payment was $30,000. The bank will make us use 3% as a repayment on that line of credit. It's a hefty payment. It's $900 a month. So you have to qualify for that plus the mortgage payment. Now, what we usually find is that people that are utilizing this program use it for just a piece of their down payment.
Right.
So maybe they have $25,000 saved up and they're just topping it up.
Right.
But the real key here is that there's options. There's options, right?
It's what you know.
That's right. So a down payment will allow you to buy a home, re-enter the market, or purchase your first home. A lack of a down payment, unfortunately, will prevent you from doing that. But there are options. There's the RSPs, there's gifted down payments, and there's borrowed down payments. And for more information on down payments and how to re-enter the market or purchase your first home, visit peggyhill.com.